Hi, my name's Lydia and I'm going to be talking through my master's project on the relationship between repetitive negative thinking and sleep in cognitively intact older adults. So repetitive negative thinking, or RNT, has been described as a recurrent thinking process which focuses on negative content and is perceived as difficult to control. Now, RNT typically encompasses future-directed thoughts, worry, and past-directed thoughts, rumination. Brooding, which is a maladaptive form of rumination, and worry are focused on in this project. Sleep, on the other hand, we all know is very vital for survival and is very complex. Its characteristics can be measured objectively via polysomnography, which records brain activity, and subjectively via self-report questionnaires. Sleep characteristics looked at in the current project include sleep duration, sleep efficiency, which is the time spent asleep divided by the time spent in bed, and sleep quality. So why is this topic important? Well, both high levels of RNT and poor sleep have been identified as risk factors for dementia among older adults and are associated with poorer cognitive outcomes. Now, RNT specifically has also been associated with dementia biomarkers like amyloid and tau. Now, RNT and sleep have also been associated with each other, with high levels of repetitive negative thinking associated with reduced amount of sleep, poorer quality sleep, and also longer sleep latency, which is the amount of time it takes you to fall asleep once in bed. So the gap in the research here lies among the relationship between sleep and RNT, which hasn't been looked at among an older adult population. Furthermore, research looking into this association has rarely included both subjective and objective sleep measures. The current research aims to fill this gap by investigating the association between objective and subjective measures of sleep and RNT levels in community-dwelling, cognitively intact older adults. This project utilised cross-sectional baseline data of 135 adults over the age of 65, all from the AgeWell clinical trial. All participants were community dwelling from the general population, had received at least 7 years of education, and the majority were female and of white ethnicity. Their RNT levels were measured using the Penn State Worry Questionnaire and the Rumination Response Scale, where only the brooding subscale was used. Objective sleep characteristics were measured over one night using polysomnography, which gathered data on sleep duration and sleep efficiency. Subjective sleep was measured using the Pittsburgh Sleep Quality Index, which asks participants their perception on their sleep over the past month and gathers data on subjective sleep quality. Regression models were used to look at the associations between the two variables, and results showed that higher levels of worry and higher levels of brooding resulted in lower objective sleep efficiency. Further to this, higher levels of worry alone were also found to reduce objective sleep duration and reduce subjective sleep quality. You can see the standardized effect sizes in these circles there on the screen. So to summarize, associations were found between sleep and RNT, particularly involving subjective sleep and worry. Some explanations for these results. Firstly, subjective sleep and RNT were measured in similar ways via self-report questionnaires, so this may explain the association between them. Furthermore, worry is more predictive of anxiety and depression, which we already know is associated with sleep. Therefore, this could potentially explain the stronger association with worry compared to brooding. Finally, there are multiple mediating factors that could explain the associations in general, such as executive functioning impairment, which can make RNTs harder to control, and reduced bright light exposure during the day, which can lower sleep quality. The limitations of this study include the fact that objective sleep was only measured over one night, not making it very representative of habitual sleep. No causal relationships can be drawn due to the cross-sectional data used. And finally, the sample was majority healthy, educated, and white. It could be concluded that monitoring sleep among older adults can be valuable when looking into the impact of RNT on ill health, such as dementia. Further research is needed to see if the sleep is a causal pathway by which RNT increases dementia risk. Thank you for listening.